Hello and welcome to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. This is Bronze Life in Blade and Soul. We are getting back into the PvP, heading to the Dragon Scale Arena, getting ready to fight up whoever comes across our path. And here we go, finish the loading, and it looks like a summoner is our opponent. Summoners are one of the most infamous classes in Blade and Soul to fight in PvP. They're just very powerful, and it looks like I forgot to change my skill build before coming in here, so I'm going to quickly try and put things back to the way they're supposed to be, but it doesn't look like I got to finish everything, so that is not good for me. Already starting off on a bad note, trying to counter, but he's not really doing anything, but I'm going to land the Turning Leaf right away and get some decent damage off. But I'm going to get caught in a ground and pound from the cat, and I can't get out of it because I didn't put enough points into my CC break ability, and that is very unfortunate. But I'm going to try my best regardless of the unfortunate situation that I am involved in right now. And look at that, getting some big damage off. Once again, landing a Turning Leaf. That move seems to be having some pretty good success for me in this particular round. And that's pretty interesting. Sometimes that move works and sometimes it doesn't, and that lends itself to the dynamic nature of Blade and Soul's PvP. Some players respond differently to different attacks. Some players are better at countering some attacks than others, but either way, I'm gonna plant a Lotus of Escape on the floor and then teleport right back to it. I'm gonna juke him out a little bit with that, but then I'm getting rooted up, trying to do as much damage as possible, throwing the Plague Mist out, but it's not gonna do that much damage. Using Lotus Fury, not gonna use any other skills with it. Lotus Fury does not do that much damage. It mostly is good for the immunity frames that it grants you, but in any case, landing a third Turning Leaf for the match, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull it off. The summoner's at low health, but he's got the range advantage over me right now, and I am just in a bad position. Just one more shot and I'm going down, and it looks like... there it is. I was just waiting for it and it happened. It's very unfortunate. Now, before I even finish loading up, I'm going to get back into the skill build, and I'm going to fix up all the things that I forgot. Most important of all, putting that extra point back into stealth for the CC break there, taking some points out of things. I almost don't even know. I don't think I knew what skills I even had or needed to change, so I'm just pretty much taking out whatever, trying to make the best of it, and there we go. I have 1 point left over, but I don't really know where to put it, and there's only 5 seconds left before the match begins, so let's get into it. Let's see if we can take this back and turn it around. Here we go, starting off aggressive, jumping up, going straight for that blink step, but I'm going to get popped out of stealth immediately, and then just whiffing on skills. Don't have hook kick available, but I'm going to throw the Plague Mist, get the cat and the summoner stuck in it for just a little bit. Looks like I'm going to roll back and land another Turning Leaf. Yeah, Turning Leaf is the main offensive ability that I can use against this player and just automatically get some damage off because he doesn't seem to know how to block it, or he just can't get his timing right. Tossing that poison grenade halfway across the world to land it, and it looks like the cat is almost dead, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it off. It's always a little bit tricky with the summoner and the cat because you never know if you're going to be able to focus one or the other. You try and get the best of both worlds. I landed a Turning Leaf there, but I wasn't able to use my Shadow Dash to get back into stealth, but that's okay. Once again, attacking the summoner. The summoner goes into stealth. I don't know if you know this, but summoners can go into stealth. That's a very interesting component to their toolkit. They're not sneaky people, but they can turn invisible, so that's fun. But here we go. It looks like I've got the cat and the summoner both at an equally low HP, so if I focus my attention... yeah, the cat's down. At this point, I've just got to make some moves and end this summoner, because if I'm not careful, they're going to end me, because we're both at just about the same health at this moment. But the thing is, he doesn't have his pet anymore, so he's much weaker. He's much less threatening without his pet. There we go, landing that Turning Leaf, getting some big animation cancel, but he's going to counter me and go back into stealth. Seems like I'm fighting an assassin, wouldn't you say? But no, it's a summoner. That's right, summoners can stealth. Throwing that poison grenade, doing some big damage, making a lot of useful plays out of that bomb. And here we go. It looks like it's over. I think he's just going to fall over from some poison, and yep, there we go. The round is over. It is 1-1. The person that takes the next one is going to be the winner. Summoners are such a difficult class to fight. I mean, if you get the upper hand on them, they can just turn it around on you, and you can just get overwhelmed by the amount of attacks that they throw at you. And as an assassin on top of that, they pop you out of stealth a lot because they have a lot of AoEs, and their cat is just constantly following you, scratching up on you. But let's not talk about that right now. Let's talk about the final round. Here we go. Going for that aggressive start, gonna blink step. That was a little bit glitchy, but I'm not complaining because I'm in stealth, and that's what matters. Now I'm waiting it out. I'm being a little patient, putting down a Lotus on the floor. Don't know when I'm gonna teleport to it, but it's always good to have. It's a nice ability to put down and just use it when you really think you need to. And look at that, I'm going back into stealth, using my CC break. I'm so glad I put the points back into that. Landing the Shadowless Step, but I'm not going to get to really do too much with it. Didn't stun anything. Looks like I'm going complete beast mode on the cat in this particular round. That thing is already at about 20% health. I'm just wailing on that thing. That is animal cruelty we're experiencing. Tossing that poison grenade back at the cat once again. I'm just trying to end that thing as quickly as possible so I can get an advantage early on, and there it goes. The cat is down for the count, and it is not coming back. The summoner could resummon it, but I'm not going to let that happen. And there we go. The summoner goes back into stealth. They countered my turning leaf that time, so they're starting to predict that whenever I have a certain amount of distance, that I am going to go for that ability, and that's usually how it works with Assassin. Believe it or not, Assassins can be a predictable class to fight to a certain degree. Look at that, using that Lotus again, making some really good use out of it, but this time landed the turning move, got him caught in the Plague Mist, using all of my abilities. This is very tense. The summoner is in his weakened state because they don't have the cat, but they're still doing a good job of kiting me around, using their limited toolkit, just doing the best they can to hold it together. But are they going to be able to survive? Here we go, Shadowless Step, high wire, pulling that cord just like Scorpion. Get over here, slamming him into the ground. This is a big combination. Getting that final turning leaf, and here we go. It's over, ending it with a poison grenade. We use that ability a lot. Wow, we beat a summoner. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a pretty big achievement for us. Especially as a bronze life player. You know, I'm not that good at this game, but I'm proud of myself either way. So anyway, iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it as always, and I will see you next time.